Satan and his followers, the Jesuits, parade as an angel of light. Only those who understand the real Jesus can tell the difference. You can't spot a counterfeit until you know the real version in depth. And of course, I have the benefit of having a relationship with Matthew McConaughey, which started in 2005, been mostly brain to brain. So I know this woman is not the woman of his heart. She is utterly incompatible with the real Matthew, who is a deep, thoughtful, and masculine man. He's got Texas manliness. The Jesuit clone of my man is always a shallow playboy, and though my men are definitely not devoid of sexual desire, they are absolutely committed to a woman who has depths, beauty, and courage, not who Camilla is. Jesuit women have no depths. They are shallow and evil playgirls who pose as luscious and attractive starlings. But Camilla's a better fake than Laurie McBride. I've noticed that Jesuits won't allow Laurie to do public interviews. A Brazilian woman can't cook until she dates Matthew. That's what she says in this AOL on video interview that I watched of her. Strange. Definitely somebody created in cloning labs. She's probably no more than a couple years old and has been aged artificially using accelerated growth hormones. They've probably inserted false memories into her of her life as a child in Brazil. Satan and his followers disgust me because they are such liars and murderers. Also, take a look at these pictures of the Brent Spiner clone. Look how shallow he looks. And I'm going to tell you this, but I'm not going to let you see it, but he is uncircumcised in this picture. Brent Spiner is Jewish. I'm not going to, you just got to take my word for it, but believe me, I'm looking at his penis. I've seen his penis. I've edited this picture so you can't see his penis, but in his penis, he is uncircumcised. Brent Spiner's Jewish. He grew up in he went to a conservative Jewish elementary school. The guy's circumcised. Duh, that's his clone, folks. You'd have to be an idiot to think otherwise. Of course, you can say that I'm lying, but I'm not, okay? Even if you don't see the uncircumcised penis, look at his expression. And then listen to Brent Spiner sing. Those are two different people. If you have a brain, you can figure it out. I'm still doing character sketches for my book in progress, and I asked Jesus to show me what makes Jesuits tick. It seems they are motivated to honor the Catholic Church by making their lives a sacrifice for the Church. In other words, they're not free to choose their own husbands or wives. Their husband or wife has been assigned to them by the Catholic Church, and Jesuits like Camilla or Laurie McBride get satisfaction each time they fulfill their mission, which is always a mission to destroy people who could harm the goals of the Catholic Church for a worldwide dictatorship. I and my men are considered the Jesuit order's greatest threat. Therefore, Satan has created the Jesuit order to assist him to destroy his enemies, those that oppose his bride, the Catholic Church. These Jesuit clones are programmed to enjoy violent sex and rape with their assigned husbands because it helps to destroy that man's true love for me. The Jesuits have created an army of clones whose job is to destroy me and my brain-to-brain lovers. Satan rewards these clones with thrilling orgasms when they climax with their victims, one of my men. If they can't get the man to willingly marry them, they concoct a marriage, present it to the world, and live out a lie in order to destroy that man's love for me. If the man dares to go after me or really validate his love for me publicly, he's murdered, like what happened to Robin Williams. Even children are created to further the lie and make it impossible for the man to marry me. It's all one big elaborate lie with the backing of Jesuit news, Jesuit media, and Jesuit science like cloning, artificial insemination, brain control drugs, brain control, etc. Satan and his bride, the Catholic Church, must bring me down as the King David woman because I am in their way, preventing Satan from realizing a worldwide takeover. This is what I'm trying to figure Satan out for my book. And by the way, my book Brent Spiner's Flames, is available as an audiobook right now. And I have a link to the writer page underneath here where you can order it. You really need to study me and Brent because we are the couple that Jesus is going to use as the portal with which to give his semen to his bride, the church, in the millennial reign. So, anyways, so they got to bring me down as the King David woman because I'm in their way. This is what I've determined from my research. I'm trying to figure out what makes Satan and the Jesuits tick. Preventing Satan from realizing a worldwide takeover. It's Satan's goal to set up a worldwide Catholic Church with Satan's man, the Antichrist, who right now is Zach Knight, at the helm. My next book's going to be going very deep into Satan and Jesus and why, without me, it's very possible that during the tribulation, Jesus Christ will probably not even have one follower. So I am very important to both Satan and Jesus. The Jesuit order has so much power that if not for me and my men, it's very possible there'd be nobody alive on earth right now except Jesuits and their supporters. I'm in their way and they hate my guts. They have quite a majority on earth right now, and they did it by elimination, by replacement. The Catholic Church believes in replacement theology, which is the theology that all the verses in the Bible about Israel refer to the Catholic Church. Replacement theology is a very good way to define them because, yeah, they replace the genuine and replace the genuine and put the counterfeit in its place. That's their specialty. Satan's the master deceiver, and everybody under him just follows the lead of their master. Satan feels that if he can get everybody on earth to worship him via the Catholic Church's bride, that he's going to have enough support to wrest from the real Jesus his future reign as King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Satan's an impersonator, like all his followers. He parades as the Jesus of the Catholic Church. Like their master Satan, all Jesuits specialize in pride, counterfeits, lies, deceit, rape, murder, lust, greed, and an obsession to destroy goodness, true love, and the Bible. That's why it's been Catholic policy to murder those who don't honor the Mass. Satan wins through elimination and replacement. Those in the highest echelons of the Catholic Church realize that they're truly worshiping Satan, but those in the lower ranks are deceived and think the Catholic Church is just another Christian church. Actually, the Mass is a Satan worship orgy where they drink the actual blood of Christ, that's what they believe, which is outlawed under Jewish law in the Old Testament, and celebrate Jesus' death. Satan claims to his Jesuits that Christ's death was a form of worship for Satan, that Christ died for Satan and his bride, the Catholic Church, and that someday Jesus and God the Father will come around to his point of view. Because this death was to redeem Satan and his bride, the Catholic Church, it is highly venerated in the Catholic cult, and those who don't partake of the Mass or who don't honor it are worthy of death. This explains the Crusades, the persecution of the Jews, etc. Jews would never partake of the Mass, especially Orthodox Jews, because to drink blood is forbidden under Mosaic law. Also, the mere existence of the Jewish race validates the Bible, and Satan must invalidate the Bible to justify his reign. In the Bible, God makes many promises to regain Israel as his wife. Of course, Satan has created a Catholic Bible which teaches replacement theology, which I've already described, that all the promises to Israel belong to the Catholic Church. The only way one could believe this would be to read the Bible dishonestly and treat passages meant to be taken literally as symbolic and to not believe what you read. I've come to these conclusions as a result of my research for my book about Jesus versus Satan. Satan's prime obsession is to destroy the Bible by invalidating it. If he can invalidate the Bible, then he can invalidate God and Jesus and wrest the throne of the universe from them, he feels. The Bible is such a complex book with so many detailed prophecies, Satan thinks he has a shot. Another obsession he has is to destroy true love on the earth, because this is what drives Jesus to accept humanity over Satan and his comrades, the fallen angels, and the Jesuits. Satan fell because of pride, and he longs to make every human on earth guilty of the same sin. All Jesuits are proud. If he can make it so that not one man or woman on earth is humble and filled with true love, then he feels he has a case before God and Jesus to justify his existence and his desire to be worshipped. Those who feel like Satan does, who enjoy being proud, lustful, violent, and evil, follow him, like the Jesuits, in order to be a part of his harem. Like attracts like, and Satan's goal is to destroy all who invalidate his claim that his existence is not only justified, but should be glorified. Before he fell, he was Lucifer, the most beautiful of angels, and aspires to regain his lost glamour. That he creates Jesuit clones of unusual physical beauty, according to Satan's idea of beauty, which is an emphasis on exterior beauty, reflects his yearnings to go back to what he was like as the most shimmering and beautiful of angels. Those who aspire to Satan's goals, to have outward glamour and beauty, but inward darkness, follow him, like the Jesuits. Satan and his followers are like a pig covered with jewels that shimmer and dazzle everybody, but you remove the jewels and you have a pig. Brent Spiner and I are like angels of light. We may have damaged wings, but there is such a glow that emanates from us and draws men to Christ that Satan finds us a real threat. Even Jesuits are defecting. When some realize that Satan is not such a beautiful creature after all, that all the thrills and glamour of Jesuit existence are actually barren and hopeless, that Jesus and God will be victors in the end, that only those with genuineness, authenticity, and depth and true love are worthy of emulation. In fact, the love between Brent and I is such a powerful glow that Jesus will honor us with his semen in the millennial reign, in his marriage bed with Jesus Christ's future millennial honeymoon with his bride, the church. The mere fact that such a love continues to shine brightly for all to see reminds Satan that true love still exists, the Bible will be fulfilled, and he will be defeated and chained in the lake of fire. Satan realizes that if not for me and Brent, he would have destroyed all true Jesus followers via Jesuit Nukkake and other means by now, and would have caused all the earth to worship him. So he's launched all-out war against us. I truly believe that if not for me and Brent and my men, that Satan would have won and conquered every human on earth by now. I and my men must die or must be corrupted, so that Satan can justify his existence as the fallen cherubim, who deserves to regain his former glory and more. The battle between Satan and Jesus rages over me and my men, because what we do determines the eternal destiny of everybody on this earth right now. Satan almost got 100% of humanity during the time of Noah, and it says in the Bible that in the last days it'll be like it was in Noah's time. He wants to repeat what he did with his fallen angels during Noah's time, when he cohabited with women and created strange offspring, the giants, and they were all evil. Except this time he wants to make it so that nobody will be a God follower, and he feels he will have destroyed Jesus and God the Father by invalidating their Bible. For this reason, during these last days, I and my men are very important. You need to know our story. So get all my audiobooks and know about us, and study the love between Brent and I, because we are examples of what a marriage should be. That's why Jesus is going to flow his semen through Brent and me to his bride, the church, in the millennium. And this is what I've gleaned from my research for my next book. So check out my writer's page, folks.